All right, fellow Squatchers, we finally made it home. We are finally resting after a very long weekend and one of the best weekends we've had
Was
for our
great.
team. We made quite a bit of friends and some people that we actually didn't expect to make friends with and stuff. In fact, Ronnie LeBlanc turned out to
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
I can't talk.
LeBlanc.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry. We can't talk.
You know, it's the strangest thing because it's like here I'm seeing somebody who's coming from more of the TV background, and you guys know my opinion on TV and stuff like that and everything. But we made a friend out of him, and in fact, he was the one who approached us and was like, "What's up, guys? Let's talk and like let's learn about each other and learn about them." You know, that's the type of spirit that we're looking for out of people, and he was such a pleasure to have around too.
Yeah.
And we ended up pissing off some very big names this weekend
But
too.
we're not going to name them.
We're not gonna name them. We're not gonna name this professor.
Mitchell. We're not going to go there.
But you're probably gonna see a lot of wrath on TV, maybe in the near future.
We're not speaking it into existence.
No.
We're going to speak light and love and light, love, and positivity, and not positively negative. We're-
Let's just say it's a very, very, very well known
no,
name.
we're not. We're not going to say that either. We're going to just say we had
He doesn't like us.
We had a fantastic time. We made some wonderful friends.
Oh,
We
man.
got to be challenged
Yeah.
by some haters, which was funny.
But what was really great about, I mean, we were the very first presenters this time.
Let's just go.
And so we actually had the biggest audience that we've ever had, and it was over 50 people.
Well over.
Well over 50 people.
Anyone need the bathroom?
Nope.
No, I think we're good.
But anyways, so over 50 people, and out of the whole crowd of over 8,000 people that showed up, and we've talked to probably well over 500 people coming through just to our booth and wanting to learn more. And only 2 jerks showed up to our
there
booth.
was more than that.
Well, two that I talked to. I mean, Mom had a few. Yeah.
5 that I talked to.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, but we got the best response that I could ever hope for, ask for, or anything, because we were able to tap into these people and open up their minds, broaden their horizons a little bit, and we made some very, very good friends doing so.
And we got to see some very dear older friends.
We
too,
got
that
to see
we've
some
known
very
for
good
years
old
and
friends,
years,
too.
And it was so good to see them.
And some friends we made a couple years ago too.
Yes.
Jack and Annie, and then
Pam Pridemore.
Pam, she showed up too, and our dear buddy Matt, he showed up too. He used
Lorraine.
to be my bus driver when I was a little squat, you know,
Yes.
little squatch.
Yes.
And so, we were very, very blessed this weekend, you guys. Not only did this help show everybody what we are actually trying to accomplish, and showing the world that, you know, they're people, they're not actually monster, monkey, or myth. And everybody responded exactly the way that we had hoped for. And
Yep.
you know, it was like the fish had sorted themselves. The fish had totally sorted themselves.
And okay, and I want to say a disclaimer too to like Kelly Flanagan if she happens to be seeing this, because she was the one that put on the event, and she wanted to apologize to me for the table that they put me at.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
okay.
we had a sit down dinner with the audience too. And
we had a meet and greet where our team had to disperse and each of us had to separate and sit at a different table so that there would be a presenter at each table for this nice dinner that Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival put on. And the one table
they didn't like the idea of Bigfoot whatsoever.
No, it was just one table, and they asked me to sit there, and I went, okay. And it was an hour long of getting hammered with, you're full of blankety blank. You don't know blankety blank.
Well, why don't you go out and do some research yourselves? Oh, that's a fat chance.
Yeah.
You know? It's not for everybody.
It's not
okay.
for everybody. And okay, so a disclaimer for the haters, for the people who don't believe. Okay, here's the thing that we try to tell people. It's not for everybody. Some people are going to have extensive relationships with the forest people. Other people are going to live their whole life and never ever see them once.
Yeah.
So don't hate on the people who have, and don't be mean to the people who haven't. Okay?
And Tanya Braddock, our existential empath, she made a very valid point during our presentation that everybody holds a piece of a puzzle, and it all goes to the same puzzle, right? Sometimes, your piece won't fit with their piece. That's fine. But their piece will fit with another piece that will fit with your piece eventually. It's all one puzzle. Everybody holds a piece, and it all paints the big picture. And it takes everybody on board to do that, to paint the big picture. So sometimes, trying to force something on somebody, it doesn't necessarily work out, for the best. It ruins the puzzle. So, or throws off the picture somehow. So if it doesn't come natural, if it doesn't come to the point to where it's like, these people, they obviously, never having an encounter, but also never even having an ounce of faith and belief that there's possibly something else out there, even with all the facts brought forward and everything. Well, there's been so many other bipeds that have been recorded throughout history. It was possible then. What's to say it's not possible now? We just recently, this weekend, had 2 discoveries of a new fish and a new egg-laying mammal in Indonesia just this weekend, too. And it's like, whoa, this is a perfect example right here for our presentation that we are still discovering things, you guys, because as I've been saying, the world is much broader and has so much more to show than what meets the eye. And the public that had come up to join us for our speech and everybody who dropped by our booth, we were getting stopped in the street, even trying to go around and do our own shopping and check out, the sites and check out the event. And this was a smashing event. This was a killer event.
This was the biggest turnout Medellin Falls has had for the Bigfoot Festival. And they probably increased by another 1,000.
Oh, from last year? I think probably close to more like 3,000 from last year. Way more
vendors, way more. Now, there was a less presenters, and we want to give a shout out to our dear friend Tom Cantrell. We love Tom, but Tom is ill right now, wasn't able to make it. And so our hearts go out to Tom, and we love you, and we're praying for you. But we were down presenters from what we normally have. But it was still fantastic.
And that also brings up another shout out to Squatch Adventures, 50 years plus around the sun. You guys need to check them out. They came up and told me something that dropped my jaw, because they were like, you were the turning point for us. And I'm like, what? And they've even got more followers than I do. And I'm like, you're saying what to me right now? And oh man, such wonderful people, you guys. Very wonderful people. And like they have their own research channel. So yeah, 50 Years Around the Sun, Squatch Adventures, check them out. They're absolutely incredible, and they just showered me with blessings. And I oh man, I mean, it was the whole weekend. Everybody that came up and talked to us was just showering us with blessings on what our goals are and what we're trying to do. Everybody was on board with it.
Yep. And we do want to give a little bit of a kind of a teaser on what's going to happen next weekend. Next weekend, we're actually bringing a guest with us to one of our sites. Which site is it?
Site Alpha.
Site Alpha.
The fence line. You guys know the fence line.
So we're gonna take our kind of honorary member, Pam, with us next week, and we're gonna let her experience it a little bit.
And this is something that we're looking into, kind of doing a little bit more with our audience and stuff. Is kind of we're trying to figure out exactly how to go about it first on selecting people to come and join us at Site Alpha, because Site Alpha is a very public location, but we don't want to just blast it to the world or anything, because then it's going to be contaminated, way too much. So we're looking into ways that we can expand this a little bit more and invite you guys with us to come with us, not just see it on video, but to experience it in real life and try and figure these things out yourself alongside us and work with us. So that's something we're looking into. Stay tuned for that. And anything else, Mom?
No, that was about it. Just that we
caught 4 fish this weekend.
Yeah, 4 fish. Oh, yep, that was fun.
Yeah.
Just that we wanted to just let you guys know that we had a fantastic weekend. We got to spend some time chatting with Dr. Jeff Meldrum. We got to spend time hanging out with Ronnie LeBlanc.
Yeah.
And Barbara Shoup is just an amazing individual. And we had so much fun last night. We even did a little bit of stargazing, and
we stayed up for a long time. Everybody
really
just laying on the ground and looking up at the stars, telling stories and just being goofy.
Watching, things go across the sky. It was so much fun. So anyway, but thank you.
Oh, and a big shout out to Todd French too. He made it all the way from Mount Adams range after his back surgery just to be with us. So God bless him. God bless you guys, and stay squatchy.